Hare Krishna, everyone. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So let's chant the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam and then we'll start with our discussion. Canto 10, Chapter 8. Shri Shuka Uvacha Gargaha Purohito Rajan Yadunam Sumahatapa Vrajam Jagamanandasya Vasudeva Prachoditaha Tam Drushtva Paramapritaha Pratyuthaya Kritanjalihi Anarchadokshja Dhiya Pranipata Purassaram Supavishtam Kritatithyam Gira Sundritaya Munim Nandayitva Bravid Brahman Purnasya Karavamakim Mahad Vichalanam Nrnam Grihinam Dinachetasam Nishreyasaya Bhagavan Kalpate Nanyatha Kvachit Jyotisham Ayanam Sakshad Yatta Jnanamatindriyam Pranitam Bhavata Yena Puman Veda Paravaram Tvam hi Brahmavidam Shrestha Samskaran Kartumarhasi Balayor Anayo Nrnam Janmana Brahmano Guruhu Shri Garga Uvacha Yadunamahamacharyah Khyatashcha Bhuvi Sarvada Sutam Maya Samskritam Te Manyate Devaki Sutam Kamsa Papamati Sakhyam Tava Chanaka Dundubhe Devakya Ashtamo Garbho Nastri Bhavitumarhati Iti Sanchintayan Shrutva Devakyadari Vachah Api Hanta Gata Shankas Tarhi Tanno Nayo Bhavet Shrinanda Uvacha Alakshitosmin Rahasi Mamakairapi Govraje Kurudvijati Samskaram Swasti Vachana Purvakam Shri Shukha Uvacha Evam Samprarthito Vipraha Swachikiršitam Eva Tat Chakara Nama Karanam Gudho Rahasi Balayo Shri Garga Uvacha Ayam hi Rohini Putro Ramayan Surido Gunaihi Akyasyate Rama iti Baladikyad Balam Vidu Yadunam Apratak Bhavat Sankarsanamusantyapi Asan Varnastrayo Yasya Grihnato Nuyugam Tanu Shuklo Raktastatha Pita Idanim Kṛṣṇa Tangatah Pragayam Vasudevasya Kvachid Jatastavatmajah Vasudeva iti Shriman Abhijñasam Prachakshate Bahuni Santi Namani Rupani च सुतस्यते गुणकर्माणि रूपाणि तान्यहं वेद नो जनाः एष वः श्रेय आदास्यत् गोपगोकुलनन्दनः अनेन सर्वदुर्गाणि यूयम् अञ्जस्तरिष्यथ पुराणेन व्रजपते साधवो दस्युपीडिताः अराजके रक्ष्यमाणा जिज्ञुर्दस्यून् समेधिताः य एतस्मिन् महाभागा प्रीतिं कुर्वन्ति मानवा नारयोऽभिभवन्त्येतान् विष्णुपक्षानि वासुराः तस्मान्नन्दात्मजोऽयं ते नारायणसमो गुणैः श्रिया कीर्त्यानुभावेन गोपायस्व समाहितः श्रीशुक उवाच इत्यात्मानं समादिश्य गर्गे च स्वगृहं गते नन्दप्रमुदितो मेने आत्मानं पूर्णमाशिषाम् कालेन व्रजताल्पेन गोकुले रामकेशवौ जानुभ्यां सह पाणिभ्यां रिङ्गमाणौ विजहरतुः तावङ्घ्रियुग्ममनुकृष्य सरिसृपन्तौ घोषप्रघोषरुचिरं व्रजकर्दमेषु तन्नादरुष्टमनसावनुसृत्य लोकं मुग्धप्रभीतवदुपेयतुरन्ति मात्रोः तन्मातरौ निजसुतौ गृणया स्नुवन्तौ पङ्काङ्गरागरुचिरावुपगृह्य दोर्भ्यां दत्त्वास्तनं प्रपिबतोः स्म मुखं निरीक्ष्य मुग्धस्मिताल्पदशनं ययतुः प्रमोदम् यर्ह्यङ्गनादर्शनीयसुकुमारलीला अन्तर्व्रजे तदबला प्रगृहीतपुच्छैः वत्सैरितस्तत उभावनुकृष्यमाणौ प्रेक्ष्यन्त उज्झितगृहा जहर्षो हसन्त्यः शृङ्ग्यग्निदंष्ट्र्यसि जलद्विजकण्ठकेभ्यः क्रीडापरावति चलौ स्वसुतौ निषेद्धुं गृह्याणि कर्तुमपि यत्र न तज्जनन्यौ शेकात आपतुरलं मनसो नवस्थाम् कालेनाल्पेन राजर्षे रामः कृष्णश्च गोकुले अघृष्टजानुभिः पद्भिः विचक्रमतुरञ्जसा ततस्तु भगवान् कृष्णो वयस्यैर्व्रजबालकैः सह रामो व्रजस्त्रीणां चिक्रीडे जनयन्मुदम् कृष्णस्य गोप्यो रुचिरं वीक्ष्य कौमारचापलं शृण्वन्त्या किल तन्मातुरिति होचुः समागताः वत्सान्मुञ्चन् क्वचिदसमये क्रोशसञ्जातहासः स्तेयं स्वाद्वत्तथदधिपयः कल्पितैस्तेययोगैः मर्कान् भोक्षन् विभजति स चेन्नातिभाण्डं भिनत्ति द्रव्यालाभे स गृहकुपितो यात्युपक्रोश्यतोकान् हस्ताग्राह्ये रचयति विधिं पीठकोलुकलाध्यैः छिद्रं यन्तर्निहितवयुना शिक्यभाण्डेषु तद्वित् ध्वान्तागारे धृतमणिगणं स्वाङ्गमर्थप्रदीपं काले गोप्यो यर्हि गृहकृत्येषु सुव्यग्रचित्ताः एवं धार्ष्ट्यान्युशति कुरुते मेहनादीनिवास्तौ स्तेयोपायै विरचितकृते सुप्रतीको यथास्ते इत्थं स्त्रीभिः सभयनयनः श्रीमुखालोकिनीभिर्व्याख्यातार्था प्रहसितमुखेन ह्युपालब्धुमैच्छत् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. My obeisances to everyone. Thank you for kindly joining in and blessing us with your auspicious association. We have been, by Krishna's mercy, by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we have been relishing the works of our acharyas on the pastimes of Bal Gopal, Sri Krishna, in Vrindavan, playing with Yashodarani, with Balaram, with calves, and he's still crawling. It's going to take some time. He's crawling, then he'll learn to walk, then he'll learn to run, then he'll learn to steal, and then we'll see the Mridbhakshan Leela eventually. So yesterday, we were in the middle of a conversation between Yashodarani and Bal Gopal. Just to quickly review, we were seeing how Atha Kadachana Purna Chandrika Dhaute Nijamani Mayangane Vrajapura Purandribi Saha Krita Goshthyam Matari Tatraiva Khelan Krishna Chandram Avalokayamasa Tatascha Vatsa Kimarthayase. So Mother Yashoda was sitting and she's talking to all the motherly friends in the neighborhood, and this is night time. They've all finished their daily activities and they're sitting on the courtyard or maybe on the terrace. They're all having their asan and sitting and talking and relaxing. And Krishna's also crawling around, and it's described that Purna Chandrika Dhaute, this courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, is self-effulgent. It's almost like bedecked with jewels, and that is being bathed by the white moonbeams of the full moon. So you can imagine this beautiful scene of Vrindavan in our heart. And at that time, Krishna is crawling around, Tatraiva Khelan, he's playing around, and Krishna Chandraha, what is Krishna doing? Chandram Avalokayamasa. He looked at the moon. So this moon, Krishna Chandra, looked at that moon. And Tatascha, at that time, when Krishna started pulling the end of the piece of the cloth of one of the mothers in the neighborhood, she said, Vatsa, kimarthayase, what happened? And at that time, Krishna loudly started to cry, pointing up. Ut Angulidala, with his very tender fingertips, he was pointing upwards and crying. Kim kshiram na kimuttamam dadhinano kim kurchika vana miksha kim na nakim tavepsitamaho hayyangavinam ghanam dasyamo na vishida vatsa nataram kupyasva matre grihot panne no ruchirit tudangulidala shitamshur alokayat. So the mother is asking Krishna, Kim kshiram? Oh, you want milk? Krishna is saying, no, no, I don't want milk. Kim uttamam dadhi? Kim kurchika? Kim amiksha? Oh, do you want buttermilk? Do you want yogurt? Do you want paneer? Do you want cheese? Do you want anything that is a milk product? Because he's looking up and pointing and crying, and that's the white moon. So they thought Krishna is missing something white. He wants something white. So they're naming everything that's found in home. Aho hayyangavinam ghanam. Or do you want nicely, freshly formed, tasty, sweet, thick butter? Is that what you want? Dasyamo na vishida vatsa nataram kupyasva matre grihotpanne na ruchirit ud angulidala shitam shuralokayat. Krishna, you don't have to cry. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to be angry. You just say what you want and we will give you in that same quantity and in that same quality. You tell us what you want. Krishna says, Griha utpanne na ruchi. I have no taste in anything that is made in this house. Ut angulidala shitamshu alokayat. Pointing his finger upwards, he said, I just want that shitamshu. I just want that, what is there up there, which is white, so beautiful, and it is giving so much light. Till now I've been cheated. Whatever you're giving me, it's white, but it may not be that beautiful. And even if it's white and very beautiful, no light comes out of it. But this is amazing. And it is hanging on the top. I want this. This is the best. It looks most tasty. So another mother picked Krishna up and said, Kalayana pitaretad hanta hayyangavinam pratarati kala hamso vyoma viti tadagam. Oh Krishna, this is not something that is worth eating, said another mother. Etad hanta hayyangavinam. You think this is butter? This is not butter. What is this? Kala hamsaha. This is a Raja Hamsa. This is a royal white swan. And Vyoma Viti Tadagam. It is swimming happily in the dark black waters of the sky lake. Then Krishna started crying even more. The mother thought that by saying this, he will say, oh, it is a swan. Okay, not worth eating anyway. So I don't want it. I thought it was butter. But now after hearing that it is a swan, he started crying even louder. Aham api kalahamsam prathaye khelanarthi. Oh, I then definitely want this. Because if you eat butter, then it stays in your mouth for just a few seconds and then it's gone. But if you have a white swan, you can continue to play with that white swan for quite longer in time. So Krishna said, Khelanarthi, I am Khelanarthi. I want to play with this white swan. Please give this swan to me. My mother says I am also soft and very cute and sweet like a swan. So this dark swan will play with this white swan. Please give this swan to me. Tad upanayata, please give it to me. Please give it to me. The motherly gopi said, how can I give it? See, it's so far away. No, please give it. Yavan na esha param prayati. Please do it quickly. Otherwise, the swan will swim all the way, will swim all the way in this dark water from one end to another. And we will not be able to catch it. And then it will probably go to some other pond and somebody else will play with this swan. So please, before it goes, I beg you, if you have any affection for me, please give that swan to me. Saying like this, what happened? Iti bhuyaha sa utkantham charana yugam bhutale natayan karabhyam asam api kantha tatam dhritva dehi iti purvatopi adhikataram rodhiti sma tatascha evam balyaveshena rudantam tam anya uchuhu vatsaha. Saying like this, iti bhuyaha, again and again. So utkantham, with lot of greed in his heart, charana yugam bhutale natayan. He started hitting both his feet on the ground. You see, kids do that in this world also, and the mothers have to place their palms under the heels of the feet of the child so that the heel don't hurt when the child is hitting the floor. So, Mahajana yena gata sapanta. Everything starts with Krishna. Aham bija pradapita, yatha raja tatha praja. Everybody, all the kids in this world are behaving according to the tradition that has been set by the king, Bal Gopal. So, Charana Yugam Bhutale Natayan. Taking his two lotus feet, he started kicking the floor. Sa utkantham, with so much greed in his heart, and karabhyam asam api kantham dhritam, he held the neck of the motherly gopi, and dhritva holding, dehi, please give that swan to me, give that swan to me. With his palms he was doing this, I want it, please give it to me, please give it to me. Dehi iti purvatopi adhikataram roditi. His intensity of crying increased every minute that he was not getting. So, Purvatopi adhikataram roditi. पहले से अधिक अब रोने लगे. He started crying more louder than before. Roditi sma. Tatascha evam balyaveshena rudantam. He started crying so loudly. I want this swan. I want this swan. Somebody give me this swan. He looked at all other mothers and said, see, this Mataji is not giving me this swan. Please, you jump and give this swan to me. Somebody give it to me. I am seeing that the swan is moving. I am seeing the swan is moving. From the time I saw it was there, now it has started to move. It is a fact that when you see the clouds are moving, you feel moon is also moving. Krishna is saying the swan is moving, it is swimming. I think I will not get it. So at that time, Anya Uchu, other gopis came and said, Vatsa, what happened? Krishna said, I want this one. So now another mother is trying her best. Eventually, Mother Yashoda will only take care of Krishna. Now, all other mothers are giving their best shot possible. So they pick up, the next Mataji comes and picks up. आभिप्रतारितमयं न हि राजहंसः पीयूषरश्मिरयमम्बरचक्र मध्यवर्ती देहेनमेव महतीह मदीयवाञ्छा खेलिष्यते तदधुना नय देहि देहि आभिप्रतारितमयं न हि राजहंसः. So now again topic has changed. First, everybody knows this is the moon. Krishna thought this was butter. Then when Krishna thought it was butter, one Mataji said it is swan. Now when Krishna wants the swan, another Mataji comes and says, Abhi prataritam ayam nahi rajahamsa. Krishna, this is not a swan. This is not a swan. Krishna said, again no tear. Not a swan? Then what is this? Piyusha rashmi rayam ambara madhyavarti. This is actually full moon. See, you see this is full moon. Krishna said, moon? Oh. And Ambara Madhyavarti, the mother is saying, this is one moon for one sky. Krishna started crying even louder. He said, there's only one moon. Somebody else will get it. Please give it to me. Please give it to me. Madhya Vancha. My only desire in life is to somehow touch the moon. My mother always touches my face and says, your face is like moon. You see, in America, there's a place called Dallas, Texas. And there the deities, Srila Prabhupada, when he gave bath and he installed them, Srila Prabhupada touched very beautiful Krishna, big face, this big a face. So Prabhupada touched the face and dark complexioned Krishna. Prabhupada, while he was bathing, he moved his finger around the face and he touched and he said, oh, such a beautiful moon face and dark moon, Prabhupada said. And then Prabhupada said, oh, therefore he should be called Kala Chand. So the deities are called Shri Shri Radha Kala Chandji. Kala means dark and Chand means moon. So Krishna is like a full dark moon there. Big face, very beautiful Krishna. So here baby Gopal is saying, Bal Gopal is saying, Dehyenam eva mahatiham madhiya vancha. My only desire, madhiya vancha, meri ek matra ichha hai. There's only one desire I have in my heart, that I am a moon and that is also a moon. We should not separate members in the same family. Please give that moon to me. Then the motherly gopi laughed and she said, what will you do with the moon in your hand? Khelishyate, I will play with that moon. Just like I wanted to play with a swan, now I will play with the moon. Khelishyate tad adhuna, now itself anaya, please bring it to me. Khelishyate tad adhuna naya dehi dehi. Dehi means give it to me. Dehi pada pankajam. Dehi pada pallavam. Dehi means give. So Dehi, Dehi, Adhuna Anaya, Abhi chahiye mujhe. I want it right now. Krishna is hitting his lotus palms, lotus feet, crying so loudly with so much greed in his heart and with some broken words. Moon, moon, Chandra, Chandra, give it to me, give it to me. Dehi, Dehi. You can see here again and again the word Dehi has been repeated because it has only two syllables, and Krishna, it's easy for him to say than Chandra or Rashmi or Shashi, any of these words. Then Dehi, give it to me, please give it to me. Doesn't matter what it is, please give it to me. I want it in my hand. When all the other mothers couldn't keep him under control, iti bhuyaha sam adhikam eva rudantam mata tam ankam aniya. Mother Yashoda then said to all the mothers, okay, okay, I know how to take care of this trickster, this prankster. He's always making pranks and tricks. So no problem. I will pacify him. She picked up Bal Gopal, kept on the lap and said, Vatsa, and conversation starts. With the word Vatsa, the conversation begins. So, Mother Yashoda speaking to Krishna. Tatascha. Amba, 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 oh mother, please see, they are not giving me what I want. So Mother Yashoda said, I can give it to you if you want, but before that you should know what that is. Krishna is now sitting attentively and listening. Mother Yashoda says, that is a moon. Do you know? That is a moon. That is what that Mataji is saying. Then that another Mataji is saying, this is a swan. What do you think is this? Krishna said, I don't know. I think it is a moon. But that Mataji said it is a swan. Yes, I think it is a swan. Mother Yashoda said, it is not swan, it is not moon, it is butter. Krishna said, butter? Oh, we started off with butter. Then one Mataji came and told me it is swan. Then another Mataji came and told me it's moon. Then now you're coming and saying it is butter. Mother Yashoda said, yes, it is butter. But there is a problem with that butter. There is poison there. Those spots that you see there, that white part is the fresh, tasty butter. But those dark spots that you see, that is poison. Krishna sat down. Poison. Katham atra garalam lagnam. How is it that poison reached there? But before that, so he's asking this question first. Katham atra garalam lagnam. How is it that the poison touched there? And then after he's saying, but before that, tadva kim, what is poison? So first question he's asking is, how did poison reach the butter? But then second question is saying, what is poison? So now, rasantarapannaha Krishnaha. Krishna has been successfully distracted from the topic. So Mother Yashoda, she said, that is butter, but there is poison. He said, poison? How did the poison reach there? Before that, what is poison, O Maya? So Mother Yashoda now starts a whole story about what is poison and how poison reached there. Janani tam alingya. Mother Yashoda picked up Gopal, understanding that he has actually forgotten that he wanted that. Now he's gotten into a conversation to know how poison reached there. Knowing this, Janani tam alingya. Mother Yashoda embraced baby Gopal, kept him on the lap and said, Vatsa shruyatam. So now I will tell you, you keep hearing and listening. Iti kim api madhuram madhuram uvacha. And then Mother Yashoda started speaking a very beautiful nectarian story to Krishna. Vatsa, Krishna said, I'm listening. Yes, you tell me. Asti kaschana kshira udadhi nama. Hey Krishna, there is a big milk ocean. So Mother Yashoda starts speaking 8th canto Bhagavatam, churning of the milk ocean pastime to Gopal. So Krishna in the 10th canto is listening to Bhagavatam of the 8th canto from Mother Yashoda in Vrindavan. Okay, that's the background. So Vatsa, O Krishna, Krishna said, Mother Yashoda said, Asti kaschana kshira udadi nama. Oh, there is a big milk ocean, white milk ocean, Krishna. Mataha kidrisha asau. Milk ocean. I have never heard of that. How is it that a milk ocean is found? A full ocean of milk. How is that possible? Vatsa, Mother Yashoda is saying, Yad idam dugdam avalokyate tanmaya samudraha. Just like here you see milk, you see cows, you see milk. Similarly, there is a milk ocean. Mother Yashoda is trying to tell Krishna. So Krishna said, milk ocean, just like how I find here. I find milk here coming from the cows. And there you're saying there is a milk ocean. So naturally the question is, Mataha kiyati bhi dhenu bhi prasnutam tadyena samudraha jataha. How many cows were milked to form an ocean that big? Because in this world, in Vrindavan, Krishna is saying, here we find that milk is formed from the cows. We milk the cows, then you get some milk. Even one pot of milk is got by milking the cows for some time. And in Nanda Maharaj's home, it is described that for the best cows, and especially when Krishna goes to milk, he has a golden bucket. He has a nice big golden bucket, and he takes that and he milks his favorite cows. And he doesn't have to milk. He just has to touch the udder. The cow looks at Krishna and starts profusely pouring milk. So Krishna fills the golden bucket in no time. Other friends are still trying, and the cow is not giving milk. And Krishna goes there, touches the cow, and touches the udder. By then, the cow is pouring in nectar milk, like a loving mother to the baby. So Krishna is asking, Kiyati bhi dhenu bhi prasnutam tad yena samudro jataha. How many cows have to be milked to make an ocean? Vatsa godugdham tanna bhavati. Hey Krishna, that milk ocean is not formed through cows. It is a different milk ocean. It is not coming, that milk is not coming from cows. Krishna says, Mataha pratarayasi maham. You are cheating me. You are changing the topic and you're lying to me. Pratarayasi mam. You're saying something else. Vina gaha katham no dugdam. How is it possible without cows that you can get milk and then let alone make a milk ocean? Oh Maya, you're telling me some fake story. This is not possible. In Vrindavan, I have seen milk comes only from cows. You're saying there is a milk ocean. How can there be milk ocean without milking cows? Mother Yashoda. Vatsa yena goshu dugdam srishtam sa eva taritepi trat sarshtum arhati. It is all his glory. Mother Yashoda is pointing upward towards God, telling Krishna about the glory of Bhagavan. Vatsa yena goshu dugdam srishtam. He who creates milk in the cows, sa eva taritepi tat sarshtum arhati. He is capable of creating ocean of milk without cows. God has power, O Krishna. He can create milk with cows and without cows. It's not necessary that every drop of milk in the ocean has to come through cows. Bal Gopal is sitting and listening to story from his mother, Yashoda Rani ki jai. Can you imagine telling stories to God? And God has forgotten He is God, and his mother doesn't know that He is God, and both are having the best time of their life. Vatsalya Rati is so amazing. So amazing. So, O Krishna, He who creates cows and creates milk in cows, He has the power to create ocean of milk even without cows. Milk doesn't have to originate in cows. Mataha, now, oh, you're saying there is a milk ocean of milk without cows, and who created? He who created milk in the cows can create a milk ocean without cows. Kaha asau, who is that who creates all this? Now Krishna wants to know more about God. So first he wanted to have what is there in the sky without knowing what it is. Then when he gets to know it is butter and there is some poison, then he wanted to know how did the poison reach there. First of all, Maya, tell me what is poison. Mother Yashoda doesn't answer what is poison because Krishna is too young to know all this. So she somehow skips through that question. And in the attempt to answer how poison came there, she started speaking Samudra Manthan Leela, the churning of the milk ocean. And in that flow, she tells him about the milk ocean, and then Krishna is asking questions at every step, like how Maharaj Parikshit asks in the Bhagavatam. And now she says, he who has created everything, he has created this milk ocean. Krishna said, oh, there is somebody higher. Who is that? Kaha asau? Vatsa Bhagavan Jagat Karanam. He is called Bhagavan, and he is Jagat Karanam. He is the cause of all that exists. Krishna wants to dig in further. Mataha sa eva kaha? Who is that Bhagavan who is Jagat Karanam? Mother Yashoda says, Vatsa sa Bhagavan agaha. Aga. Ga in Sanskrit means to go, and aga means he who doesn't have to go anywhere, he is present everywhere. Aga. Not gha. Agha, like Aghasur would mean sin. But aga. Ga means gamanam, to go, and means no. He doesn't have to go anywhere to become God. He is present everywhere at all times being God. But it's interesting. Just one line before, Mother Yashoda said Bhagavan. Right? And Krishna wanted to know who that Bhagavan is. Now she says Aga. He who is present everywhere. He doesn't have to go to become God. Go anywhere. You don't have to go anywhere to find him. He's present everywhere. But it's interesting. Aga means without ga. Without ga. And the previous word she used was Bhagavan. So if you remove ga from Bhagavan, what remains? Bhavan, you. So when he is asking who is God, she says Aga. You don't have to go there anywhere to find him, or he doesn't have to go anywhere to become God. But it also means aga, no ga sound. So from Bhagavan, if you remove ga, it becomes Bhavan. So Saraswati Devi is sitting on the tongue of Mother Yashoda, and through her answer saying, actually, you are the Lord, Jagat Karanam. Anyway, I am reading the original Sanskrit line by line so that we are authentic to the story, so that all the details of what the acharyas have given, without missing a word, we can translate and relish. This is the purpose. Because otherwise, if I just say the story, it's possible some details may be missed, or some details may be added which is not there in the original story. So anyway, continuing. Vatsa, so Bhagavan agaha. That Bhagavan is aga. Then Krishna, now he's satisfied. Mataha, satyam eva bravishi, tat kathaya. What you're saying is certainly true. He only has made everything, and he who can create milk in cows can create a milk ocean without cows. Okay, tat kathaya. Now please continue the story. So Mother Yashoda says, Vatsa, now she is saying the whole story. Vatsa sa ekada, once upon a time, dugdha udati sura asuranam kalahe asura mohanaya tenaiva bhagavata mathita. She is saying the story that once upon a time, that milk ocean was being churned, and on one side were the Devatas, Sura, on the other side were Asuras, and Krishna wanted to favor the Devatas and bewilder the Asuras. This was the purpose of the Leela. So Krishna is saying, churning an ocean. Oh, he is completely engrossed. Mother Yashoda is sprinkling more details. Tatra mandaro nama girihi manthana danda asit Vasuki nama nagarajo rajjuhu. Vasuki, the snake, was used as the churning rod, and Mandara mountain was used as the churning rope, and Mandara mountain was used as the churning rod. So when churning goes on, you need rope and you need the rod, the stick to churn. So Mandara mountain was used as the stick or the danda, and Vasuki, the snake, was used as the rajju, the rope. So snake as the rope, mountain as the stick. Ekato asuraha anyatascha suraha eva akarshakaha. Both of them are pulling this snake as if it is a rope to churn this milk ocean. So Krishna says, Mataha yatha gopyo dadhi matnanti. Oh, were they churning like how the gopis churn here in Vrindavan? Which is true. Vrindavan is the source. It's not that the gopis are churning like how the devatas churned. The devatas are trying to churn like how the motherly gopis churn in Vrindavan. Vrindavan is the source. So Krishna is saying, Yatha gopyo dadhi matnanti. Just like how the neighboring mothers and how you churn, were they churning like that? Mother Yashoda. Vatsa? Just like that. Yes, that is true. This is how they were churning. Evam mathyamane tasmin kalakuto nama garalam utpannam. When they were churning, O Krishna, there was poison that came out by the name Kalakuta. Krishna became scared. Oh, what is this poison? I've never heard this poison tattva before. What is this garalam? Mataha dugde katham garalam? How is it that poison came in that milk? Sarpeshu evatat. That is only found in serpents, only in snakes. Poison is found only in snakes. You have told me not to go close to snakes because snakes have poison. And snakes don't live in milk. So how is it that when milk is churned, poison is coming out? Oh Maya, when you're churning, you have to be careful at home. Poison will come out otherwise. How did the poison enter the milk ocean? Krishna is confused. Vatsa, Mother Yashoda continues. Vatsa, tasmin maheshena pite satitat shikara ye nipatita tan eva pitva bhujangaha vishadhara asan. Krishna, you're getting the story wrong. It is not that the snakes have poison first and then the snakes are in the milk ocean and when you churn the poison comes out. It is not like that. First the poison is in the milk ocean and when it is churned, the poison came up. That Lord Shiva drank, and when he was drinking, some poison drops dripped down his fingers and it fell to the ground, and the snakes drank that poison, and therefore the snakes are poisonous. You getting the story wrong, Krishna. First the poison is in the milk ocean, then Lord Shiva drank that, and then from his palm some poison fell, and look at our life. In the month of Kartik, we are relishing the story that Mother Yashoda is telling Krishna, and Krishna is relishing the story coming from the Bhagavatam. So we are not relishing directly from the Bhagavatam. Bhakta Bhagavat and Grantha Bhagavat. There is Grantha Bhagavat, which is speaking, the book Bhagavatam, which is speaking the 8th canto, relished by Mother Yashoda, who is telling it to Krishna, and that has been relished by the Acharyas, and they are giving it to us. So from the book Bhagavat, person Bhagavats have relished it, and our fortune, we are listening to the 8th canto through the 10th canto. Wow! So amazing. So Krishna, you're getting it wrong. It's not that the poison is in the snake and the snake is in the milk ocean and that's how the poison came out. No, first the poison is in the milk ocean. And when churning took place, that poison came up. Then Lord Shiva drank and some poison dripped. And then that dripping poison, snakes drank, and that's how they became poisonous or venomous. Tena bhagavata eva sa shakti yad dugdepi garalam. It is Krishna's shakti, it is God's, Bhagavan's shakti. That milk ocean has everything, including poison. It is all his doing. Because the question was, how did the poison go there? Oh, it is all Bhagavan Shakti. Mother Yashoda is answering. Krishna answers, Mata, satyam etat. This is certainly true. The story that you're telling me is very, very exciting. Please, tat kathaya, please continue. And please tell me what happens next. So now when Mother Yashoda is continuing, Vatsa, now Mother Yashoda says, after that churning from that milk, that poison that came, idam api hayyangavinam tadeva uthitam. Tena atra tasya avashesha lagnaha pashya yam imam kalanka iti sarve gayanti. This butter is formed from that milk. And the spots that you see up there in the sky are those spots of poison which are found in that milk. And pashya yam imam kalanka iti sarve gayanti. This is why even today, in Sanskrit or in Hindi, the spots are called kalank. So kalank has two meanings. One is dark spots, and kalank also means blemish, dark spots in somebody's character. Both are called kalank. If there is a white cloth and there are some dark spots, that's called kalank. At the same time, if somebody's character has some dosha, that is also called kalank. So Mother Yashoda is playing with that pun here, two meanings in that same word, and she's saying, look, this person has bad qualities, kalanka. He has blemish in his character, or those are spots. on that white butter. And therefore, Krishna, remember, Mother Yashoda is teaching a very important lesson. Therefore, tad griha utpannam bhungshva na idam iti shruyamanaha. Therefore, Krishna, the rule for you is only eat and drink what is available in your house. Because initially Krishna says, Matra griha utpanne na ruchihi. Oh, Vaya, I have no taste in anything that is prepared in this house. So Mother Yashoda is teaching Krishna principle. Don't associate with strangers. Don't eat in another's home. All of these principles she's teaching Krishna through the Bhagavatam and saying, Tad griha utpannam bhungshva. Therefore, Krishna, always remember, if you're hungry, whenever you're hungry, whenever you want to eat in your home. Whatever you want in your home, you eat. Krishna later takes this very seriously and literally and starts eating dirt in his own house courtyard. And when Mother Yashoda catches him, he says, you're the one who said, Griha Utpannam Bhungshva, whatever is there in your home, you should eat. Now I'm eating, now you're having a problem. And as Mother Yashoda was telling this whole story to Krishna, from butter to swan to moon to butter made from the milk ocean, and therefore those spots are actually poison, and therefore Krishna, don't aspire for it. Don't eat what is available outside, only relish what is made at home. As Krishna was hearing this, nighttime, so Krishna is starting to yawn, and na idam iti shruyamanaha Leela nidravasham agatam janani cha karpura dhuli dhavale mahapararghya shayanatale tam aropya shanaihi asushupat. Krishna started yawning. So that's also tradition. Even now you see, you're hearing Katha from the Bhagavatam, and we follow the footsteps of Bal Gopal. And as the story proceeds, and our eyes are also closing as baby Gopal's eyes closed. And Leela Nidra Vasham Agatam, by the power potency of Leela Shakti, Krishna started falling asleep. He was rubbing his eyes, and slowly the lotus petals of his eyes started closing, and he started dozing off in the arms of Mother Yashoda. Jananicha karpura dhuli dhavale. What did Mother Yashoda do? She picked up baby Gopal, as described before as Mahavishnu, and put him on the white bed. Where is it said white bed? Karpura dhuli dhavale. That bed which had the color of the whiteness of karpura dhuli. It was completely white, soft, and very, very comfortable. Mahapararghya shayanatale tam aropya. Mother Yashoda placed Gopal on that bed, and shanaihi asushupat. Little by little, he fell asleep, and he forgot about the moon, he forgot about the swan, he forgot about the butter. So wonderful. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. So next time we say Krishna Chandra, we say Vraja Chandra, we say Vrindavan Chandra, you can always remember this beautiful pastime. So we read it line by line with the authenticity of what the Acharya has given to the best of our ability, so that we get all the nuances of the story, of the interaction between Mother Yashoda and baby Gopal. So this is extremely beautiful and wonderful. So let's continue with the study of Bhagavatam. Let's read text 22 and 23 today. Krishna and Balaram continue to crawl. Tavangri yugma manukrishya sari sripantau ghosha praghosha ruchiram vraja kardameshu tannad rishta manasa manusritya lokam mugdha prabhitavad upeyatur anti matro. Srila Prabhupada's translation and purport. When Krishna and Balaram, with the strength of their legs, crawled in the muddy places created in Braj by cow dung and cow urine, their crawling resembled the crawling of serpents. And the sound of their ankle bells was very charming. Very much pleased by the sound of other people's ankle bells, they used to follow these people as if going to their mothers. But when they saw that these were other people, they became afraid and returned to their real mothers, Yashoda and Rohini. Purport. When Krishna and Balaram were crawling about Braj Bhumi, they were enchanted by the sound of ankle bells. Thus they sometimes followed other people who would enjoy the crawling of Krishna and Balaram and exclaim, Oh, see how Krishna and Balaram are crawling. Upon hearing this, Krishna and Balaram would understand that these were not their mothers they were following, and they would return to their actual mothers. Thus, the crawling of Krishna and Balaram was enjoyed by the people of the neighborhood, as well as by Mother Yashoda and Rohini and the two children themselves. How beautiful, how beautiful. Srila Prabhupada on 19th of November 1967, he wrote a letter to Rai Rama Prabhu, 1967. And Srila Prabhupada said something very beautiful, which in our context of discussion falls in perfect place. Srila Prabhupada said that the bees which are busy collecting honey from the different flowers, they make their honeycomb, right? They make their honeycomb. The bees are busy making their honeycomb. And irrespective of whatever happens in the outside world, they don't get affected. In the outside world, the heat may increase, the cold may increase, it may start to rain, or there may be a drought or famine, or there may be traffic, or there may be pollution. Doesn't matter. These bees are engrossed in their honeycomb. Srila Prabhupada said we should be like these bees, collecting good association and being absorbed in the honeycomb of Krishna Leela, Krishna consciousness. And what happens in the outside world with Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas should not affect us. We should be like the bees in our own comb of Krishna Leela, relishing the nectar of Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's devotees, Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's dham. This is the nectar comb sphere. This is the world we should live in. And what happens outside shouldn't matter. Shouldn't matter. This is Srila Prabhupada's recommendation to us. Srila Prabhupada recommended that steadfast attachment to Krishna's lotus feet is our only shelter from the relentless and deceptive power of Maya. How wonderful, how strong is that sentence? So therefore, when we study these pastimes, we should learn to be like honeybees living in the honeycomb of Srimad Bhagavatam. We want to hum the holy name continuously. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare. That's like the honeybee going, constantly chanting the holy name. Devotees should be like that. Like Madhukara. Only looking at Vaishnaver gunagrahi na dekhaye dosh. Kaya vana vakya kare Vaishnava santosh. Only looking at the beautiful honey drops, nectar drops in the flower of other Vaishnav qualities. So now coming back, Tav Angri Yugmam Anukrishya Sarisripanto. Srila Jiva Goswami Pad. We said this before, but we'll quickly even recapitulate that. Sri Jiva Goswami Pad gives us the timeline of these crawling pastimes. He mentioned how the Shakatasur Leela takes place when Krishna is 3 months. The name-giving ceremony takes place when Krishna is 3 months, 100 days, remember? And Trinavarta pastime takes place when Krishna is 1 year. So from 3 months to 12 months, that time frame of 9 months is the time frame or the time window where these crawling and these walking pastimes are taking place. Here we can see, just to move one verse before and then we'll come back to 22. Kalena Vrajatalpena Gokule Ramakeshavo. Our acharyas like Srila Sanatan Goswami have commented that Gokule, this word is very important. Gokula means the pasture grounds of the cows and calves. So Krishna has not learned to crawl or walk or run far away into the forest. That's not the context. Gokula means he's still in and around the house. Maximum to the cowshed, he will be found somewhere and then he has to go, the mother has to go and pick him up and bring him back like a baby panda. He's always crawling all over the place. So Gokule. So this also means he's away from all the forests and all the fields. Gokule Bhrajamanam, right? In Damodrashtakam, like that. He's relishing and giving joy to everyone. Sri Hari Suriji, he has mentioned that during these pastimes, and this verse will come ahead, that Krishna during these crawling pastimes would go and hold the tail of the calves. And the calves will take Krishna around for a nice ride. Because when Krishna would hold the tail of the calves would get scared and they would run. And now that Krishna is moving, he would close his eyes because he's scared to let go. So he's holding on tightly, and the calves are running. Both are trying to save themselves. And in this way, the calf is dragging Krishna from one place to another. And of course, you don't have to worry because the ground of Vrindavan is very soft, very, very soft dust, very soft sand, very soft mud. So Krishna is having a nice ride. Sri Harisuriji says that the cows are called Go, Gau Mata. And Go also means senses. So it's not that the cow is holding Krishna. Krishna is going and holding the cow or the calf to show that our senses are very weak. We cannot catch Krishna. Our eyes cannot see Krishna. Our ears cannot hear the flute sound. But if we can become as innocent as those calves, then even if we don't have to go and catch Krishna, we attract Krishna's attention and Krishna will come and hold us. And not just hold us, that person has the power wherever he walks, he will drag Krishna with him. Bhavad Vida Bhagavata Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani Swantastena Gadabrita. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro tumare shakatiyache. When Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that Krishna lives in the heart of a sadhu, and the sadhu has the power to give that Krishna to his disciple. He can give that Krishna to the whole world, like Srila Prabhupada, like Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahashay. They had the power to hold Krishna in their heart and give Krishna to others. So the point is, if we can become as innocent, as devoted, as humble, as lovable and loving, as simple-hearted, as forgiving, as non-judgmental, as tolerant as the calves of Vrindavan, then we don't have to think of seeing Krishna and hearing Krishna and trying to catch him in the purview of our senses. He will come and catch us. He will come and catch such a sadhu. And that sadhu, wherever he goes, Krishna, he's dragging Krishna with him, like these calves are dragging Gopal. So Sri Hari Suriji has commented like this. So amazing. So nice. So here, text 21, Rama Keshava. Here Dvandva Samas has been used, which means two words have been put one after another. This is called a Dvandva Samas. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Dvandva Samasikasya cha, among the compound words, among the samas, I am the Dvandva Samas. You see, there are some compound words where the first word is not as important as the second word. There are some compound words where the second word is not as important as the first word. Then there are some compound words where both words are not important. It is the person who's hinted by those two words. For example, if you have the word Pitambara, Pita means yellow, Ambara means cloth. But the word Pitambar doesn't mean yellow cloth. It refers to Krishna who wears the yellow cloth. So there are some compound words where the first word is important. Second word is not that important. Some words where the second word is more important. First word is not that important. For example, if you see the word Ghana Shyam, Ghana means cloud, Shyama means darkness. So the second word is more important here. Dark like the cloud, right? So there are compound words where both words are not important because it refers to a third person, third word. But then there is a specific compound usage where both words have same importance, equal importance. That's called Dvandva Samas. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, among the compound words, I am Dvandva. Because he says, I am equal to everyone. I am equipoised even to the two words in the compound. So here, Rama and Keshava have been put as a Dvandva Samas. Because in Dvandva Samas, both words are equally important. To show that Krishna and Balaram both are equally important. We cannot say Krishna is more important or Balaram is more important because here both are very cutely, very sweetly, very innocently crawling. So both are equally important. But at the same time, Pujitasya cha swagane tu yatha uttaram. Sri Harinamamrit Vyakaranam has a sutra where in a samas, even if both words are equally important, between the two, the one who is more respectable, one who appeared first, who is more reverential, should be put first. Therefore, Radha Kṛṣṇa, Radharani's name comes first. And here Rama Keshavo, Rama means Balaram, he appeared first. He was born first. So although they're both equal in Tattva, because Balaram appeared first, his name comes first. So Sri Jiva Goswami Pad in his commentary has given all these beautiful grammatical nuances as to Ramakeshava. Bhagavatam has everything. It has the stories, it has the lessons, it also has beautiful word plays of double meanings, and it also has grammatical, you can decipher so much out. So, Kalena Vrajatalpena, Gokule Ramakeshavo, Janubhyam Saha Panibhyam, Ringamano Vijahratu. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has commented here and said something very beautiful. Because we are hearing Krishna Leela every day. Somebody may bring some opposition that, Prabhu, we should hear more Siddhanta, we should hear more Tattva, we should hear more instructive lessons. Why only hear about sweet pastimes? Well, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has something to say to that. He says, Aishwarya Mishram Krishnasya Prochya Balyasya Madhurim Kevalam Evatan Praha Nitya Bhavyam Upasakai. Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, Shukdev Goswami in one chapter before this, 7th chapter, he spoke about Shakat, he spoke about Trinavarta, and that is to show that Krishna is God. That is Aishwarya, the opulence of baby Gopal. It is a fact. Krishna killed Putana, Krishna killed Shakatasur, Krishna killed Trinavarta, Krishna uprooted the 2 trees, Krishna lifted Giriraj. So all of this is amazing, shows his strength. Chakravarti Pad says, Vishwanath Chakravarti, that Aishwarya is mixed in all those leelas. Baby Gopal, but with his feet he kicked and toppled the shakat, the cart. Or baby Gopal with his elbow he hit Trinavarta, or he strangulated him with his arm. Right? So that is all his Aishwarya, his opulence. However, in this chapter, only the sweetness is described. From, you see, of course, Gargacharya predicts the opulence, and later universe is shown in the mouth in the same chapter, so that's also opulence. But between those two, like when you see a sandwich, both sides you have loaf of bread, but in the middle you have the stuffing, you have the sabji, or you have whatever the stuffing is. So that is what defines the name of the sandwich. It's either cheese sandwich or vegetable sandwich, depending on the middle part. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, in the middle part of this chapter, Kevalam evatam praha nitya bhavyam upasakai. Only sweet baby pastimes without any opulence has been described, because this is what should be meditated upon continuously by sadhakas. This is nitya bhavyam. This should be meditated upon. By whom? Upasakaihi, by the devotees. Kevalam evatam praha. Shukdev Goswami has given unadulterated Balya Lila in the middle, so that we can meditate on all this and feel so nourished. This is Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur making a point. Now in text 22 that we read, it is described Tau Angri Yugmam. First of all, you can see the word Au has been used throughout in this verse. Tau, which means Krishna and Balaram. Anukrishya Sari Sripantau, again referring to Krishna and Balaram. And Tannadarishta Manasau, again referring to Krishna and Balaram. So wherever this Au is there, Vande Rupa Sanatanau, Rupa and Sanatan, it always refers to Dvivachan. Like Ajanulambita Bhujau, 2 arms. Kanakavadatau, 2 forms of gold. Sankirtanaika Pitaro, 2 fathers of modern Sankirtan movement. So it's a dual usage. So now, Tau Angri Yugmam, both of their feet have been described. But our acharyas have said here, Srila Sanatan Goswami Pad has commented in his Brihad Vaishnav Toshni, that why it is not said lotus feet? Why only Angri? Because later Kunti Devi says, Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Pankaja Maline, Nama Pankaja Netraya, Namaste, Pankajanghraye, he who has lotus feet. But now why lotus word has not been added here? Charana Kamala has not been added. Charanaravinda has not been added. Only Angri Yugmam. This is to show the childhood of Krishna, because his feet has not developed to become a lotus. It's so small that it's like the bud of the lotus. So to say that it is a lotus feet wouldn't be good. It is just the bud of a lotus flower. So Srila Sanatana Goswami. Can you imagine how much attention to details? They are not reading Srimad Bhagavatam out of duty or out of force or out of some regulation, daily habit. No, they're doing it with so much affection. Angri Yugmam. Angri means feet and Yugmam means two. The 2 feet of the two brothers, that's it. No lotus mentioned because their feet are so small. They are so cute and so small. They haven't developed to become full-blown lotuses. They're simply buds at the moment. That's one. Anukrishya, they are dragging. What are they dragging? They are dragging their bodies by pulling ahead their knees. It is described. The two brothers, they are pulling and dragging their feet by pushing ahead their knees. This is what is mentioned. And by saying this, Srila Sanatana Goswami Pada writes that Shukdev Goswami wants to hint that Krishna and Balaram are developing strength in their body. They're developing strength in their body, because only when they're developing strength are they having the ability to anukrishya, अपने आप को आगे घसीट कर ले जाना. This घसीटना, this dragging oneself ahead is anukrishya. So this shows that they're developing strength. Actually, even killing all the demons, Krishna does that, according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, only to show Mother Yashoda that he is becoming very strong. By killing Putana through his lips, he wants to tell Mother Yashoda, your breast milk is working, oh Maya, your motherly milk is nourishing me. Look, my lips are becoming so strong. I can, just with the use of my lips, I can kill a demoness. And not just that, part of the body, every part of the body. Now with my arms, I can strangulate Trinavarta, so my elbows are getting stronger. At the same time, with my feet, I can kick and topple the shakat. So Maya, by your love, my feet are getting stronger. And then later on with Dhenukasur and Arishtasur and Keshi, one after another, he wants to show his ball and socket joint and his shoulders, his arms, his biceps and his knuckles by knocking off the teeth of Keshi. So much love for Mother Yashoda that even in killing of the demons, he wants to show how his body is being nourished by her love. And how are they crawling? Sarisripantav. Sarisripantav means they are crawling. Viraragavacharya, in his commentary, he has said they are having crooked movements. They are crawling like snakes. They are not crawling straight. Krishna and Balaram are crawling, dragging, and they look at something else. They are also talking to each other as they're crawling, and then suddenly they get distracted and they're going somewhere else, and again they come back to their path. So like snakes, they're having crooked moments. So tau angri yugma manukrishya sarisripantau. The bud of their lotus-like feet, they are dragging forward by the strength of their body, and they're moving their knees, and crooked movements like a serpent. And ghosha praghosha ruchiram. Ghosha praghosha ruchiram. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he has given a detailed analysis for this. Ghoshanam gopa gopinam praghosho ho 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 iti mukha karatali kod ghoshaha tena ruchiram yatha syat tatha. So this word ghosha can mean many things according to Vishwakosh or Amarkosh, the dictionary. It can mean many things. The word ghosha can mean an announcer, someone who is making announcements. A narrator can be called ghosha. Second line, first word. Ghosha can also mean a cowherd boy. Ghosha can also mean sounds. Ghosha can also mean a cowherd village. So 2 out of those 4 meanings have been taken here. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says the word ghosha can either mean the sound of the ankle bells. Ghosha praghosha ruchiram. By hearing the ankle bell sound of other mothers, they anusritya, they start following. This is one meaning, which we already discussed in our past discussions. That the 2 boys, they would get attracted to the ankle bells, And Srila Sanatana Goswami says they would just take 3 or 4 steps, and by then the other mother would turn and say, "Oh, Krishna, you're coming behind me." Then they realize this is not my mother. So 3 or 4 steps, and then they turn to another Mataji. So this is Ghosha Praghosha Ruchiram. Very wonderful, Ruchikar, tasty ankle bell sounds. This is one meaning. Ghosha means sound. But Ghosha also means cowherd village. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur takes that meaning. Ghoshanam gopa gopinam praghosho. He says on 2 sides the village is split. Krishna and Balaram are crawling, and from both sides they are cheering. "Oh, Krishna, you are coming first, you are coming first." And they say, "No, no, Balaram is coming first." Actually, these 2 kids, they are not having any competition. They're just casually crawling. But now all the mothers in the neighborhood, they have out of nowhere sparked a crawling competition between the two. And the words that they say, "Ho, ho, ho," and mukha karatali kod ghoshaha. They are making sounds through their mouth, and they're also making sounds by clapping, and they're saying, "Krishna, Krishna, oh, yes, come on, keep crawling, keep crawling." And Balaram, "Yes, keep crawling, keep crawling." And then both are crawling, both are crawling, and Ghosha Praghosha Ruchiram. They feel very happy. "Oh, I am having so many people to cheer me up." This is the meaning that Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says. And as they're crawling, Vraja Kardameshu, they're crawling through so many wonderful places. Srila Sanatan Goswami Pad and Srila Jiva Goswami Pad, they interpret Vraja Kardameshu as patches or pasture grounds full of mud, cow's milk, cow dung, cow urine, and lot of dust. And Srila Jiva Goswami Pad has said, we could have said Vraja Kardame, but why Kardameshu in plural? Because on different days, Krishna is at different fields, on different pasture grounds, different cows, different cow dungs, different urine. The calves have sprinkled urine all over the place, and Krishna and Balaram, they are crawling through all of that. Vraja Kardameshu. And Tannad Rishta Manasav, hearing the clap and the cheering that they receive, they are so happy. They are so happy. And Anusritya, they start following different Matajis and different ankle bells. And Mukda, as if they don't know. Mukta. So these are 2 forms of God. One is Mugdha and Sarvagyaha. Sarvajnaha means he knows everything. Therefore, he could sip forest fire. Therefore, he could dance on the hoods of Kaliya. That's the Vishnu inside Krishna, the all-knowing. But the Yashodanandan, the Bal Gopal, he is Mugdha. If you ask him, "Who are you?" he will say, "I am Yashodanandan. Apart from this, I have no other identity." So Mugdha, in that mood, Prabhitavat, as if he is very scared. Upe yatur anti matroho. They become very scared, both of them. Prabhitavat, as if being scared. Vat is used when you have to say as if. So prabhitavat, as if a lot of fear in their heart. Actually, they are very, very scared. Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan in his Vaishnavanandini, he has quoted that these feelings in Krishna and Balaram are not fake. But as if has been added because they're God. So what can actually make them afraid? But because they have forgotten that they're God in Vrindavan, so Mugdha Prabhitavat. They're actually scared and they keep crawling around. And when they get scared that we are lost, Upe Yatur Anti Matroho. They crawl all their way and they come into the arms of their mother, Rohini Devi and Yashoda Mata. Here the word Matroho has been added, which means towards both their mothers. So sometimes Krishna doesn't find Yashoda, so he will crawl towards Rohini. Sometimes Balram doesn't find Rohini, so he will crawl towards Yashoda. And when both are present, they both go to their respective mothers. This is what the Acharyas have mentioned for text 22. So we will continue from 23 and so much more comments and commentaries and lessons and beautiful nectar, honeycombed pastimes to come. So we'll pause here. Vanchakalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Granthrat Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, dear Amarendra Prabhu. Such a beautiful katha. Request Gaurang Darshan Prabhuji, if you could share some nectar points today.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Am I clear? I'm traveling. If I'm not clear, then we can skip today. If I'm clear, then I can speak.
Fortunately, you're very clear.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhu. We had to wait for 23 hours to hear that pastime of the moon of Vraj asking for the moon of Vraj. So Krishna Chandra asking for the Chandra in Vrindavan. So very beautiful. You have elaborately narrated that pastime. Very, very nice. So one thing that really touched my heart today is when you said that when our heart is innocent like a calf, then Krishna will come to us, searching for us. And such an innocent sadhu or a pure-hearted devotee can take Krishna along with him wherever he goes, just like the calf is dragging Krishna in Vraja Kardameshu. So that's very beautiful, Prabhu. We need to purify our heart and make it innocent and simple and pure. Thank you for that. So just I'll be very brief today. When you were narrating that story of Mother Yashoda narrating Samudra Manthan to Krishna, the speaker is Mother Yashoda and the hearer is Krishna. And Krishna is asking Mother Yashoda, Mother, who created the milk ocean? Then Yashoda Mata said, Bhagavan. So Aga, the guy is removed and then it becomes Bhavan. So innocently she answered that it is Krishna only. But Krishna also innocently took it, but he also did not understand. Here the Supreme Lord is the hearer and the devotee is the speaker. And this reminded me of another context in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, where the devotee is the speaker and the Supreme Lord is again the hearer. And the devotee was Ramananda Rai, and the Lord is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the 8th chapter of Madhya Lila. And again in the 20th chapter of Madhya Lila, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the speaker and Sanatana Goswami is the hearer. So Mahaprabhu, while giving his Sanatana Siksha, he was speaking about Purushavataras, Leelavataras, Gunavataras, Manmantravatars. Then he came to Yugavatars. And he described the qualities of all Yuga avatars, Satya Yuga avatar, Treta Yuga avatar, then Dwapara Yuga avatar. Then he came to Kali Yuga avatar. Sanatana Goswami is pointing out, okay, tell me more details, more details. Then after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave some details, Sanatana Goswami says that, oh, means in Kali Yuga, the Lord appears in a golden form. He establishes Yuga Dharma. He chants Harinam. Uh, so can you be a little more clear about it? Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Sanatan Goswami, stop your tricks. Let's discuss about Shaktivish avatars now. So there, the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was aware of his identity as the Supreme Lord, but the devotee is tricking him to uh, make him speak about that identity, but Mahaprabhu kind of skipped it. But in front of Ramananda Rai, Mahaprabhu revealed his forms as Radha and Krishna. But a similar incident is happening in Vrindavan. Yashoda Mata, Krishna is asking now, who is that person? Who is the creator of the milk ocean? Then Mother Yashoda did not know who is the creator. Krishna is the creator. But she indirectly answered that Bhavan. So thank you so much, Prabhu. That was very nice. Just a few thoughts. Thank you. We
Beautiful.
are waiting for your tomorrow's katha. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Being loyal to your name, you're having darshan of Gauranga even in Krishna Lila. So thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Dear devotees, when Gauranga Darshan Prabhu gives classes, His Holiness Shachinandan Maharaj attends and blesses Gauranga Darshan Prabhu at the end of the class. And the same parampara has continued that Gauranga Darshan Prabhu is now coming, and at the end of the class of this insignificant self, he is speaking and offering some blessings. I'm very, very happy. Thank you.
Because Amarendra Prabhu also offered some blessings in some of my classes. I'm grateful and I'm trying to reciprocate by following his instructions. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
When I pushed
Thank you.
him, then he was ready. So I had to now agree now. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Gauranga Darshan Prabhu today sent me a picture from Ganga. He's in Haridwar, right, Prabhu? You're in Rishikesh.
Rishikesh. Now we are going to Rudraprayag.
Rudraprayag. Wonderful. Very nice. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you for your
Thank you.
auspicious and friendly presence. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.